Hello and welcome back to another episode of the DankCast. Today I am joined by my co-host, Zevia.
What's going on, guys?
TheFD.
Hi.
And we're also joined here today by MrScubaSteven. MrScubaSteven is a special guest, by the way.
What's up, boys? He has a
discipline.
Sorry.
We're gonna kick him off on this
special,
episode.
man.
Alright, so this episode we're gonna be debating some topics. Like, here's the first one. Is it weird for a 9th and an 8th grader to date, or a 10th and a 9th, or so on?
No.
Only one grade apart.
If not, what age does it become weird?
I'd say like 40s
2
and
grades
like
apart
under
becomes weird.
15.
Well, I mean, yeah, because it's.
Well, no shit, that's weird. That's pedophilia.
Yeah, it's different when you're older, because like you can be like 2 years
different when you're out of
apart
school.
when you're older, but then it's totally different when you're in school. Yeah, because you're still like.
Yeah, I
still,
think
like,
the older you
young.
get, the less
Yeah.
the age
Yeah.
difference matters. But
I'm
still,
pretty
I would
sure,
say.
I'm pretty sure Ethan's dad is like 20 years older than his mom.
Oh yeah, dude. Some kids will like.
So,
some
I
kids'
mean,
parents will have them when they're
Sorry,
like,
I'm chewing on
like
ice, you can hear
17,
that.
16. Like there's some parents. There's some parents where like they could literally be like cousins or like friends with their parents, like in that same age
Yeah,
range.
exactly.
But personally, my opinion is that like 9th and 8th is it's slightly on the edge. 10th and 8th, okay, we're getting to a point where that's a bit
Yeah.
fucked, because that could be potentially a 16 and a like 12, 13-year-old. But then like the
Yeah.
point where I draw the line and I'm saying I'm no more hesitating is fucking like 11th and 8th grade. That is fucking disgusting. Everybody agree?
11th and 8th.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
but there's no one
obviously,
that
it's
that. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
I don't think a grade
like,
apart
well,
is that
because
Fine,
the age range for what age you could possibly be, like in 8th grade you could potentially be 15, and also like if you're in 7th grade you could
Nancy's,
potentially
like,
be 12.
19.
So I mean, we should probably look at the ages and not the grade. But all right, does everybody agree with that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next topic.
Yeah.
What age do you think every child should get a phone?
11. I don't know why. I just feel like 11 for some
I'm-
reason.
Because I was on
Yeah,
a cruise. I was on a
I'm
cruise and
feeling
I was
11.
walking around, and this fucking like 6-year-old girl had an iPhone
Maybe-
XR.
Yeah,
and
you'll
just
see
hit me
that.
up.
You'll see that.
I don't understand. Yeah.
I'll never understand why like
I don't get.
5-year-olds have like the newest
if-
phone.
I think
Yeah.
as soon as they hit middle school,
5-year-olds are
If I
driving
was a
like a
parent-
Tesla.
I watch YouTube. I watch
Eleven.
the Fortnite Focus. Yeah.
You ask them what they need an iPhone XR
I want
for.
the funny Fortnite series.
Mobile Fortnite. Like, all right. So I think it should be definitely like 11, 12-ish. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
no, not
yeah.
as soon.
I
I would
say-
say
I say
7th
as soon
grade.
as they
get into
7th
middle
grade. 7th grade,
No,
because 6th
middle
grade.
school-
7th grade is when you start to mature. 6th grade, you're still like a weasel. So I wouldn't say 6th grade. I would say 7th grade. But I mean, I guess, but because the internet, like, once you give a child or a human being in general access to the internet, like, that's a
Yeah.
rabbit hole. So I wouldn't say
Yeah.
6th grade. I would say 7th grade, because that's when they start to mature.
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty sure
guess.
that's when I got mine.
I'd say
Yeah,
6th grade.
Yeah, I'd say.
Alright.
I'd probably
Yeah.
say 6th grade.
I mean, we don't really disagree too much, do we? So
I feel like
say
if
6th
you
grade.
teach them, like if you like teach them and like just tell them like what's like okay and
that's
what's, like,
no,
safe
that
to
does
do.
not work. That does not work.
No, I know it sounds really stupid, but I mean, if you just tell them like don't do like this stupid stuff, then I think 6th grade's perfectly fine.
Don't
Yeah.
do the stupid stuff. Okay, you know
Yeah,
how weak a 6th
absolutely.
grader's mind is gonna be? Okay,
Yeah,
so
I know.
So like,
I know.
so the friend who doesn't have that talk with their parent comes over to them. Hey Jimmy, you know you can look at naked women online
Yeah.
24/7.
And Jimmy
you can
says
look at
no.
spoof videos where people die. Jimmy does
Jimmy
not say
says
no.
no.
Jimmy is
does
going
not
to-
say no, dude.
How do you know Jimmy's
Does
not
say
going to say
no?
no?
He doesn't.
Yeah,
I'm looking at
exactly.
statistics and frequency. I'm not looking at Jimmy
Yeah, how do you
himself. I'm
know?
looking at 6th graders.
Are
in
you
general.
Jimmy?
How do you know that his name is
Oh,
Jimmy though?
What is using this person as an example?
But use like a more realistic name.
I don't know, fucking Ethan. Ethan's a good one. There we go.
Ethan.
But I know him,
Why is the
and
name
he has a
matter?
phone.
What? Are you trolling right now, cunt? Are you trolling right now, cunt?
Sorry.
Alright. Alright. Do you guys all agree with that one?
Yeah.
Alright. Number 4 is... Or number 4. Number 3 is culture bad
It's
for
number
human
3.
progression? I know. Is culture bad for human progression? Basically, what that means is
culture?
like...
Explain.
Is like...
Yeah. All right.
If we weren't
What the
traditional,
fuck does
like
that
if we
mean?
weren't traditional,
Sorry.
let's put it like this: if there was no country culture, like you guys know country culture, like fucking beers and trucks and
Yeah.
swimming
I
and
didn't grab my
fishing
fuel
and all that
gauge.
shit,
Yeah.
right? If there was no culture, right?
Yeah.
Then would we be more advanced as a civilization? Like if there was no like fucking, you know, I don't know. If there was no like culture.
People will be more independent because they're like less influenced by others.
I think we would. I think we
I'm not
would
sure if we'd
because
be more advanced.
99% of people out there like don't give a fuck about like the human progression. They just care about their own little lives.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like
Well,
if
I don't
culture
know.
wasn't a big part of it, I think that there would be more people willing to help out with the greater good. But that's just me.
Well,
mean, I
there's a
guess,
lot of the cultures as well, like, hate each other. It's kind of
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, that's true. And that's another thing. Like the human race is so like
young.
Stone Age.
Yeah.
We're so yeah.
Dude, I
Like,
think about the
why-
same
we're
thing
still- we're still
24/7,
having
and
wars.
no one actually listens to
We're
me. Like,
still
dude,
having
just give us like a
wars.
couple thousand years, and I guarantee things like racism, all that
Yeah.
kind
Dude,
of
I
stuff
was
won't
listening
be
to, like,
around.
in the last 100 years, we've made like more like advances in technology than
Yeah, than we have like
Yeah.
any
12
other
yeah.
12,000
Oh,
years.
That does
Yeah,
bring me to
like-
my next one. That does bring me to my next one.
If you look at like video games,
Yeah,
from
that's a
50
good
years
example,
ago to,
Cameron.
like,
But
now.
that does bring me to my next one. But before that, I want to tell this little like tidbit, right? So I was watching Mom's Basement, which is a podcast, and they had this like scientist on who was like telling us that like aliens are always watching over us, and like they're just waiting for us to become an advanced civilization. Like to them, we're still stuck in like the Stone Age, like to the aliens, because
Yeah.
we're still
Why-
fighting.
why
We're still
would they
fighting
wait?
every day, and we still
because
have, like, weak
because
minds.
we're so
Because,
young at this
like,
point, we try to like
we're not
shoot
used
them
to
down.
watch
We,
this.
we're too focused on not making contact and just like blowing them out of the sky. Like that's so stupid.
Yeah,
to me.
no, we're not useful to the aliens. We're not useful to the aliens is basically what this guy said. Like they're just waiting till we become like an advanced civilization
yeah.
because
Yeah.
the way that
Wait,
things
they're
are
gonna have to
trending-
wait a while though. That's the
wait
problem.
For us to,
No,
wait
but
for
that's
us to be
the
advanced and
point.
then
That's the point. That's the point.
Use us as
That-
slaves.
The way that things are trending, like we literally, we had no form of like communication, like what, like 70 years ago, besides just talking to each other or writing a message on a piece of paper, right? Like the way how fast we're going, it's like an exponential growth.
Yeah.
By like what year, like 2050, we like basically the aliens expect us to be some fucking like powerhouse is the point of the podcast, but basically
That's pretty crazy.
the next. Yeah, it is. We could do a whole episode talking about fucking the encounters of the fifth kind, which is like this documentary about.
Yeah,
fucking
I know.
aliens
There's like
and all
close
that shit.
encounters of the third, second, fourth, and fifth.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
dude.
it's about like
Dude.
a certain encounter with a extraterrestrial.
Yeah. Oh, and another thing I found really interesting about that too is like there's like a committee of like 205 people, and they like meet in like a temple every year, and they're all like government members, and they like fucking they know shit like way beyond like any human comprehension. Like
Yeah.
we we've been to fucking Mars, Jupiter, like, but they won't tell it. Like they won't tell the general public is like the point. Like there's so much secrets, way more than you could imagine about like the human race's accomplishments, but they won't tell us. And I think I might believe it too, but I mean there's some inconsistencies there. But basically that brings me
I
to
mean
my
that
next
many
topic,
people.
which-
What is it? Just one big hoax? I guess it could be like flat Earth and all that crap. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if I believe it, because like I don't know. There's some crazy shit. There's some crazy shit that they said the human race has done, but I mean, it's so fun to believe it.
Like what?
It's so fun to
you
believe
could just
it.
get into a little bit more, like.
I can't remember off the top of my head. It's been like 3 weeks since I listened to the podcast, but like basically that fucking aliens have come down and had like a council meeting with like this temple of people, and that basically another thing is that like they went around fucking healing injured people without like the injured people knowing
I
that
think
was
we
an
have
alien
had
and all that
contact
shit.
with them during the Pyramid Age. I mean, like,
But
that
like,
Egyptian
oh my
age.
god, could you imagine how sick that would be? Like an alien just comes down and heals you.
I feel like,
But,
I honestly feel like we have, but
Well,
you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
didn't
There are literally
the
carvings into
Egyptians
the.
have, like,
there are literally
they
carvings
had,
of like
the
aliens.
hieroglyphs
Yeah.
with like the,
Yeah, but this is my
of,
same
like,
argument with the
like,
Bible.
technology
This
they
is my
use. There's
same
literally
argument with the
carvings
Bible.
of like UFOs. That's insane.
This
They
is my
did
same
not. They
argument
did not
with the
just
Bible.
carve that because it's their own bullcrap. They saw that.
yeah.
This is my same argument with the Bible. Is like it's a game of telephone. Like if you see Egyptians alien paintings or Mayans alien paintings, like it's probably been passed down so many times
Yeah.
that someone's manipulated it.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
where
like
you're
you
not
said, the game
hearing the full
telephone.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the game of telephone is someone that no one seems to fucking
Yeah.
think about whenever they hear shit. They're like, oh yeah,
Yeah, the story's not gonna.
Exactly.
yeah, same
The story's
thing.
not gonna remain
It
consistent.
does, like
over
stories
time.
don't remain
People
consistent
are gonna
over one
change it.
course of a middle school fucking like period. They're not gonna remain consistent over 2,000 years.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, exactly.
all right, anybody got any other notes on that topic?
No, because you didn't actually give us the topics before.
No, I meant the culture human progression one.
Yeah, I think Bull's onto something here.
All right, but my fourth one would be, what accomplishments do you think the human race will achieve in our
In
lifetimes?
our lifetimes specifically, like,
Yeah.
like,
Like, so
we'll probably go to Mars. Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely go to
We'll
Mars.
definitely go to Mars.
Wait,
I
do
think
you mean
that,
like our
that's a
lifetimes,
definite-
like me and you, or like the human lifetimes?
By the year 2100.
Oh, 2100.
Yeah.
I think
Mars
that
hopefully
we're
have
gonna
made
have some
contact
sort
with
of.
other beings, like just simple
I
contact.
think that we're gonna have some sort of like. You always hear those like mind control things, like where you can fucking plug your brain into a
Yeah.
computer somehow.
Also,
Your brain will-
transportation, like, dude,
Oh,
I love
well,
cars and
obviously,
all
that's
that,
way
but
better.
like there could definitely be a 10 times more efficient way of getting
Dude,
places.
Literally,
Yeah.
literally,
AI is
I'm telling you
gonna be
right
really
now.
advanced.
This goes back to my other point: is culture bad for human progression? Where traditionally we use cash bills to pay for shit, right? Why we don't need cash bills? We literally do not need cash bills anymore. We could use our phones for
Yeah.
like all of our currency.
But
and
we
shit.
are pretty young in that too, and you know
Yeah,
as soon as we
tradition
make the shift
instead of
to
logic.
that, as soon as we make the shift to that, there's gonna be problems with it, and people are gonna go like
Like what?
they're gonna lose their money, and like the crap that was happening with
That's on
Bitcoin,
them.
where people lost like their life savings. Like they're gonna have to make it. They're gonna have to work on it for like years and years and years just to get it perfect, and then release it to us. So nothing goes
Yeah,
wrong.
but here's the thing, right? How would someone lose all their money?
It's not even a matter of that. It's a matter of like people trying to get money, passwords, all that kind of stuff. Like it's just complicated.
So here's a
it's
simple
already
solution.
complicated. Like with money involved, it's way worse. So they'd have to definitely work on
Here's
that.
a simple solution: two-factor authentication, to where like you have to get a text message and you have to get an email to log into your account. Like, why wouldn't that? Like, there's no way in hell someone would be able to. No,
But
you would have to do that before you like
pay,
log into your
like,
account to
anywhere?
make changes like
that just seems like-
about your money, because like okay. You have your phone on you at all times. What I'm also saying is get rid of like debit cards and shit, because you could just have a virtual debit card like on your phone, and you could just like run up to some fucking debit card scanner and scan it on your phone, right? What I'm saying is like
Yeah.
you keep your money in the fucking thing, but you can like pull up your debit card. You have to, okay, you probably have to put a password in for it to find your debit card, but like you shouldn't have to do two-factor authentication for your debit card, only to make severe changes to your bank account.
What if someone's listening to this like 100 years from now, and this like
Apple Pay,
and they're thinking like, dang, they just thought of that, like we have that. That'd be so weird to think about, dude.
Exactly. We're the pioneer. Imagine Donald Trump listens to this podcast, like makes a government change.
Oh my.
We're world-renowned scientists.
Yo guys, go check this out. Pretty good. 10 out of 10 recommend.
He's like on his Twitch stream. He's on his Twitch stream,
Donald
like
Trump
reacting.
Yeah, I found I found a Twitch account for Donald Trump. I don't think he plays video games, just like debates and stuff.
Twitch banned Donald Trump. Twitch literally banned Donald Trump. Like, what? Is that even legal?
They banned the president.
Why?
Yeah, he could literally
president
get Twitch banned from the
Twitch, bro.
freaking ecosystem. Like, I don't understand. Get banned from America.
Alright. So, now, I've got to try to come up with a topic real quick, alright? I got to come up with a topic real quick.
Oh, that's cool.
So, alright, let's talk about this off the top of my head. So, this might be a shit topic, but harassment, alright? If someone... How many times do you have to fuck with someone to make it harassment? Okay, let's call it this. Let's say you're calling someone a name. Like, let's say you're calling...
Alex.
Yeah, let's say you're calling Colin over here a gnome or a rat, right? How many times do I have to call Colin a rat or a gnome for it to be harassment?
As many times as you have to feel offended. Or as many times as you can visibly tell the person is getting offended. Like, if the person's like, haha, whatever, I don't care. But if they're like, dude, stop, that's kind of annoying, like, you're getting on my nerves, like, that's when you stop. When you can visibly tell, and, like, yeah, that's pretty much it. When you can actually tell someone's getting offended by it.
Do you guys agree with the sentence, that, you can just, cyberbullying isn't real, nigga, just close the computer?
No, not really. Just because we're born into freaking things like COD lobbies and all that crap, we don't care. There's still like little freaking like 5-year-olds out there that don't understand, that don't have the same mindset.
There are
like they see someone someone say like a no word and start crying. So
okay, so what age do you think kids should be able to get on COD?
Oh,
15,
I say
14.
I'd say like
let me correct myself.
I'd say
what age do you
exactly
think? I think they should be able to play. I think they should be able to play at like age 7, but hop on the mic is what I'm talking about. Hop on the mic. Because
yeah, exactly. Like they realize that nobody cares.
Because they experience that stuff all through middle school as well.
Do you guys think that 5th grade should be in middle school or elementary?
No, elementary, 100%. We just got our schools were just flooded at that point. That's like not normal.
Yeah, my old school, it was K through 6 was elementary.
Yeah, when my dad went to high school, it was K through 12. That kind of stuff is kind of weird.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that 8th graders should have more rights and more responsibilities and all that bullshit than 7th graders and 6th graders?
What? No,
obviously, yeah.
No, what do you mean? Obviously, I mean,
because this is my opinion. This is my opinion. This is my opinion on why 8th grade is the worst grade, because they still treat you like a fucking baby, but they don't give you more like rights.
And they don't give you more leniency.
So they still treat you like a 6th grader, but they don't give you the benefits of a 9th grader, and that is like why I believe 8th grade to be the worst grade. Now, personally, 7th grade was my least favorite grade. Like, that was the time.
Yeah, I think that was everyone's least favorite grade. I mean, despite you getting freaking expelled, like
seventh.
Yeah, no. Well, that like the 7th grade, me getting expelled, like that didn't make my year any worse.
But you got expelled. Sorry, keep going.
Okay, so obviously. No, it wouldn't. So obviously, if I get expelled, right, that's gonna and have to do FLVS for the rest of the year. That's gonna make my year a lot worse. But that literally happened in 8th grade. I didn't get expelled, but that literally happened in 8th grade. So, but my point was like I still hated 7th grade. Like my time at school at 7th grade was worse than my time at school in 8th grade. Like even though the same thing happened, because in 7th grade, I turned into a bit of a clout chaser, a bit of a fucking clout addict, Birdie Pete and Pole of a sense, right?
Yeah.
I was fucking kissing Avignon Stoodle for like 3 dimes and like a rope. All right.
Okay, dude.
So, and like I've made some of the like cringiest and like worst moves that I ever have in the 7th grade, and I just like I wish I could erase all that, but I mean it's to a certain
I'm
extent,
lucky
like,
I don't have too many of those.
Embarrassment and shame is good for you. It is because it helps you grow.
Used to it.
It's not just getting it is getting used to it, but like another thing on top of that is so you can grow and like be more comfortable.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't have to be like, oh, I can't wait, or I can't. Fuck,
Dude, I just got 75 on Snake.
Think about me.
Sorry, keep going.
Nice, but like,
I can't
okay,
talk.
okay. So, do you think it's important to care about what people think about you?
Important to think
Yes
about
and no.
what people. Yeah, it depends.
yes
It depends
and
on if it's gonna.
To an extent.
Okay,
Depends on the
it
person.
depends
You
on.
can't like.
You know what? Yeah, how about you just talk, Bill?
You
How about you just talk?
can't,
Why don't you?
I live in boombox. Go ahead.
All right. Who? All right. So if it's just some random person that doesn't actually have anything to do with your life, no, not necessarily. They don't have any like weird information about you. They're not like freaking like Gandalf. But like if it's someone like hiring or someone that you'd actually like to work for or get a job with, anything like that, yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Like. Yeah,
Anything you're
okay.
trying to have a
extent,
career
like,
in.
Yeah. Like.
Okay. Do you
basically
guys
show
think
up to, like
that-
a job interview and like a
Yeah.
fucking onesie.
Do you think that the fact that kids care too much about what people think about them? Do you think that the fact that people, like kids in our grade,
Yeah, I think they care way too much about how people think about it. I think
Yeah, we
I think-
agree on that. We agree on the fact. Go ahead. We agree on the
because I
fact.
think
We agree
we're
on the
just more
fact
sensitive.
that kids care too much about what
Okay,
people think
I
about them.
think
But
about
that's not the
about
question, but that's not
80% of the
question.
grade. If they didn't care about what people thought about them, they'd be a completely different person.
But that's
Yeah.
not the question. The question was, do you think that the fact that people of our age spend like 90% of their time obsessing about social media, obsessing about how good they look and all that shit, do you think that's going to be a detriment to future society?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for some people.
Yeah. Honestly,
Whoa,
I think
in
they'll
the-
be more
in the
sensitive in the
future.
future. That's why they do
Yeah,
that.
I would
'cause they care
definitely
what people
agree.
think.
So,
I'm pretty sure, like,
Colin,
most
your
people,
take?
They grow up and then they
I'm not really sure I
don't
understand.
care.
do you think that it's going to have a negative impact on society because like everybody, all these fucking 5-year-olds spending all their fucking time on social
Okay,
media? Every person, like,
Yeah,
Okay.
because in a way they're going to be born into that more from everybody else than actually like hardworking and actually caring about what's going to make an impact to society rather than what's aesthetically pleasing, like cups of new glasses or like actually getting a job and whatnot. It goes a lot of ways, but
I mean, I think there's certainly some people out there who, like, if they weren't in society,
it would not
like
change.
if they never existed,
Yeah.
then it would be so much better. Like people who kill yourself. So, oh my god, dude, Nick just fucking joined this fucking cunt.
Yeah.
All right,
It's always
so
about the
Nick-
same time, dude.
Yeah,
I couldn't get it in time. I
I-
couldn't click the button in time for him to be like,
I
yeah,
didn't
what's
give
up?
him the roles to join this fucking call. What the hell? Okay, that's annoying. But I think that like the people who are like fucking 10 years old and like, yeah, I have 120K on Instagram. I have these Gucci shoes. My name's Lil Tay.
I was literally just gonna
youngest
say Lil
flexer
Tay,
of the
dude.
century. Literally, like, I mean, like, we should definitely try to fucking punish them, or not punish them, but like give them
Go in
idea
the
of what
corner.
the real world.
Lil Tay, you know, Lil Tay's brother like forced her to do that. Like he would be like,
Yeah.
all right,
Oh,
I want
I
you
hate
to
that
say,
Yeah.
flex on all these haters. I got this Lambo, and then we're gonna leave.
I literally hate
Like-
that guy. I hate that guy. so
See this
much.
toilet seat? That shit costs more than your rent.
Nigga, we are on a podcast right now. Shut the fuck up.
That was me impersonating Lil Tay.
Oh wait, that was you?
Yeah, that was me.
think that
I
was?
thought that was I was gonna say.
I thought it was Nick. I thought it was Nick, dude.
You think Nick just came in and said like a Lil Tay?
Yeah, because I
quote?
thought he was
That doesn't
listening
make
to us. I thought he was listening to us.
Oh my.
Okay, but like I think that definitely people who are like living the fucking Kardashian lifestyle.
Yo, guys, I just hung out
don't-
with Bella. Sorry. What you think is Nick?
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, then this kid named Nick that is always fucking in our Discord, and he's my friend, right? He hung out with this girl Bella, and he can't stop talking about it. By the way, yeah, but
Urine.
I mean,
Urine. Sorry.
all right,
Go
all
on,
right,
go on.
Bo, let me ask you this, all right?
Yep.
If you had to give any advice to a 6th grader, what would it be?
I don't know.
Don't honestly. It would be don't care too much what people think about you, because there's so many kids in middle school that like
Yeah,
start
I mean,
vaping and
it
crap.
sounds
only
cliche.
only
Knock on.
because of what they care, but because
Yeah,
of what
knock
people.
on. I think
it
that
sounds
it's-
cliche, but like actually though, yeah, you really should.
I think that to a certain extent, it is literally impossible to not care about what people think
Yeah,
about you.
just
It's
because we're
literally
humans.
impossible.
But
Yeah.
it's definitely like I don't know. You can it's definitely some people can take it way differently than others. Like
Okay,
Yeah,
so
and
you
I mean,
guys,
like
go ahead.
at that age, if you like mess up or like do something, I mean, it's not going to like heavily impact your life like 20 years from then. Like, I mean, unless you like go and kill somebody. But I mean, you're a kid. You can go out and like try like new things.
Yeah, but kids don't care
and
about
not have, like-
kids don't care about 20 years, and I don't really
Yeah,
care about 20
exactly.
years right now.
That-
They
that-
care
that's
about
what's
right
hard-
now.
that's what's hard.
dude,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
care about 20 years. No.
Well, I
Hope
care
they'll
about
have
20 years,
my
but
career to that
you,
one.
Colin, you care way more about right now than 20 years, don't you? Doesn't every person?
I mean, everybody does.
Yeah, honestly
Exactly.
though, I care more about like 2 years from now than I do right now. From whenever
Yeah.
like
Let me guys
from
ask you
whenever
this
I get into
question.
like
I mean, I'm saying
school
like
and everything.
While you're a kid, do what you can now. Like
Oh,
have fun now.
Let me ask you this
Okay,
then. Do you think
okay.
it's more important? Do you think it's more important to have fun and be retarded, or not have as much fun and be intelligent as a kid?
Oh, be intelligent. It sets you on the right path. For
It,
life.
no, there's a
But
good
you
mix of
just
there's a
said-
good
you
there's
just
a good
said-
mix of
you
both
just
the
said,
social
yeah,
do what you
aspect
can while you're a kid.
and
Like,
You can.
there's a good
You
mix
can
of
also
both
have
the social
fun.
aspect
You're a
and
kid.
having
It's-
fun
It's your kid. It's
and being
Yeah,
smart.
there is a Colin is spot on bingo, but you just said do what you can while you're a kid.
yeah, exactly. I'm saying, yeah, you have to.
But
Wait.
I could go out and hit a jewel and get addicted to nicotine right now. I could go smoke weed and fucking get arrested. But like right now, that's just doing what I can while I'm a kid, dude.
No,
That's just doing
Kid's
what
a
I
big
can
kid.
while I'm a kid.
He's a crack dealer already.
No, I'm saying like, no, I'm just saying like, don't be like scared to like do this because.
Don't be scared to
I
do
might, like,
crystal
embarrass
meth just
myself.
because
Like,
it's
you're just,
supposed to
like,
not be
you're just
good
a
for you.
kid.
So I should walk
Just a
up
kid,
on the
it's not-
stage in the cafeteria with my
that's
pants
not
on the
what I'm
ground.
saying. No. Alright, never
Well,
mind.
that was you in
Never
7th
mind.
grade.
That's true,
to be
yeah.
honest.
Okay. I kind of get your point. I kind of get your point. But like I think you just said it wrong. Like I think you could have worded it better. Like okay,
Yeah.
I think that like
I think that
that,
Bill
like,
Madden
don't
could have worded
skirt
his
you.
idea better, and for that, Sharks, I'm out. Sorry.
sharks.
You would understand.
Shark Tank.
Okay, I think
Barbara Corcoran came to my house once.
Who?
what?
Barbara Corcoran.
Oh wait, isn't that
Dude,
the
I got-
Shark Tank girl?
Yeah, apparently.
No
her and my dad
way.
were
Obvious.
friends.
What?
Yeah, apparently her and my dad.
Wait,
were
is she
friends.
like a host on the show, or is she like someone that went on?
She's like one of the sharks.
Oh.
She's
Well,
like a
actually, she's a
really
human,
rich
but you know that's what they
real
like to go
estate
by.
investor.
Sorry.
Now, Colin, let me ask you this: Is it? Let me ask you this: Is it more important to have fun, or more important to be intelligent?
Like I said, mix of both. It's not
It's a mix
if you're
of
just
both.
if you're
But
just sitting
mix
there
of
like
both.
all I'm doing
So
is
are
having
you saying
fun
should it be 50-50?
and having fun, and then 20 years later you're not having fun because you're sitting on the side of a road with no house.
Should it be
Yeah,
50-50
exactly.
or should it be 60-40
I say-
or 40-60?
I say just
60-40 having fun, being smart,
Put your
Which one's 60?
having fun. But it depends on what you want to do when you grow up. It depends on what you want to be when you grow up.
I say it
It
shifts
does depend
as
on
you
that.
grow up.
It does depend on that, but like
Like in
that's what-
high
that's
school.
what
Like if you want to be a
as
president,
child.
like you gotta. Well, I don't know. That's kind of an iffy job. I'd
If you want to
say
be the president, then it's no.
like
it's
if
gotta be
if you
no
want to be a
fun at
Navy
all.
SEAL, like you got to start out young, being like smart, knowing all this crap, like knowing what you're getting into. More so
I mean,
than just having
certainly-
fun.
Certainly, some jobs do take more
I guess.
more
You
intelligence
just gotta
than
do a lot
having
of
fun.
cardio.
Yeah, that's
Some-
not
some
it.
jobs-
For
do a lot
being a
of
Navy
cardio
SEAL, it's not
before.
just freaking cardio. It's like the mental
Yeah, I
stress
know,
of like
obviously.
a 3-year-old going out and planting a bomb and you knowing you have to shoot him in the head to save everyone. But
Yeah, but you don't have to do that when you're a kid yet.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have
Okay.
to. I mean,
I don't know. You can be smart and have fun at the same
yeah,
time.
I said put
that's
being
true.
You don't
like,
need to do stupid
yeah.
stuff to have fun.
yeah.
Well, that's what most people do, and the more you have fun, I'm sorry, but like over time, the dumber you become. But like you can balance it out. But let me just say this. All right, what percentage of people in America would you consider dumb? Like the word dumb.
20,
Like
Maybe,
just
like,
every person in
25.
America, like every
like
everybody in
20%, because most of
Yeah.
America is pretty successful. I mean, look at us.
America. Probably.
We're a pretty rich country.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean each individual citizen is like super smart just because our country is fucking.
Well,
whatever the
each
fuck,
individual citizen
successful.
helps build the country.
That's not true.
What do you,
Each individual citizen. So you telling me the YouTuber
just because
and
like
the
3% of the country is
fucking-
homeless doesn't mean that it's not a
I'm
successful
not talking about
country.
homeless. I'm not talking about homeless. There's a ton of jobs, like a server at a restaurant, a fucking YouTuber. I could name like 50 fucking more that do absolutely nothing for the
A
country.
server at
So
a
each
restaurant
individual
does do something for the country. What are you
They
talking about? They're not
serve food.
worthless.
Do
Serves
stuff for the country.
serves food. Yeah, they're not worthless, but like
Who,
they don't.
who would get
fuck-
served food?
Okay, so they help people eat food that like what that how is that helping the country? That's just helping someone fucking not be hungry for fucking like $100.
Okay.
Well, are you
I-
understanding
wait,
what you're
explain.
saying now? That's
What do you mean?
That's
Yes, I am.
that's how leisurely we have it. Is that a word? If it is, then that's how easy we
and
have
look,
it.
And my
we have
point
people
is
that
my,
give us food. We order from a menu. Like
Yeah.
we're not like out hunting
We
to
have
get
it
our own
so
food.
easy.
yeah, but that's the people of the past that were all like each individual building blocks. But I feel like now we have a ton of people in the country that, including me, that don't want to work
Yeah, it's
for
just
the
because
greater
there's
good.
so many people.
And I guess that is true, but still, like, it's just kind of like a frightening factor to factor in because I feel like only a good like 5% of the country, or no, not 5, like a good like 25-30% of the country does jobs that actually help everyone in America.
If you think about
I
it,
feel
like
a lot of-
being a
like
YouTuber
what?
today,
Like what?
would be like
Yeah,
being
I
like a
think
musician
YouTubers-
back 100 years ago. Like you could
Doesn't
say
that
it's not
help?
very helpful, but it can inspire like
Entertain.
lots of people and entertain lots of people. You know,
Okay, that's definitely true, but that's like that we're ignoring statistics here. Like we're looking
well,
at
you
like,
can't only look
uh,
at statistics, Eli.
And that's true, but here's my point. It's like my point is I made the point that only
I think your point's
30%
stupid.
of America only
I don't
30
like your
only-
point.
Can I finish?
No, you can't.
Only 30% of America does jobs that are actually directly beneficial. If you
What
wanna
is
say
a job
YouTuber-
that is directly
if-
beneficial?
What is a job?
fucking construction
Like what?
worker,
I
construction
need
worker.
to explain. I need to
A
explain.
construction worker off the top of my head.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
You're
okay.
building houses for people.
Now, like,
Yeah,
everybody,
that's-
my point was
YouTuber.
everybody.
Yeah,
knows-
all right. What Bo just said. They're building houses
subjective.
for
It's
people,
subjective.
right? Serving food to people, right? You getting what I'm saying here?
A house and a food.
Entertaining
A house and a
people.
food.
Right?
People doing stuff.
No matter
for
what, you're
was
doing
a
everything
house
for
and eating
someone,
a
right?
meal.
Whether it's yourself or everyone else.
And eventually, you're doing something for
Okay,
someone who's
but my
helping
point,
you.
My point. Just tell me if this statement is wrong.
Yes, it's
70%
wrong.
of America. 70% of America does jobs that don't increase the slice of pie for everyone in America.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you mean by
Okay,
a slice?
so
of
we
pie?
By
agree.
slice of pie means not directly
It's a
helpful to
fucking
anyone
analogy.
whatsoever,
What are you,
Cameron.
5? Yeah.
But-
Okay.
That's what's great about our meat.
It is
Yeah,
great
that's
about
what's
our
that's what's
country.
great about us. We
Sell.
don't have to bust our butts to
Capitalism.
have
We
to.
don't have to
Yeah,
work
we
for
can
other
follow
people.
our passion, your dreams. You can become a
I'm not
YouTuber. I can
disagreeing.
become a race car
I'm not
driver.
disagreeing. I'm not
Bo
disagreeing.
can
I'm not
become
disagreeing
a
with you there.
Fortnite YouTuber. I don't know, dude.
Fortnite edit
That's
god.
what's so great about our country. We don't
Okay,
have to
I got
serve
another topic.
We don't want to.
Is it too late to become a YouTuber?
like to say sorry?
What? No.
Is it too late to
What do
become
you mean,
a
like at our
There's-
age?
Yeah,
Like
yes
a
and
million
no, because
subscribers?
everyone's trying to do it now. Hey man, I'm gonna be a YouTuber, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
shut up,
it's
Mom.
serious.
If you look at it, the people who are super popular on YouTube are the people who started
you-
Exactly.
on YouTube when it
Eli, do you
wasn't
have
as
the
popular.
do you have
like,
TikTok?
wait.
Because I'd say
No,
I'd
what's
say
that?
a good 30% are people that think they're gonna blow up on YouTube with about 2,000 followers. They're like, yeah, just spent about 12 grand on my PC gaming setup, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna be a streamer now. And I think just because they
Okay.
spend
Like
money on a
zero
streaming
views,
setup, then
they
they're
just
gonna
spend,
be a
like,
streamer. It's
5
like
grand
you
on
gotta
a
be
setup.
you gotta have a personality. You gotta
So
like
my point is like
You gotta be good
okay.
at the game.
either
on
my
YouTube-
thing is either get good at the game or have a personality, like insanely good, or a very good personality as
Or
well,
funny.
or a mix of both, like Ninja was.
Or just be a girl.
Yeah.
And then you're famous.
Yeah.
Shroud.
Yeah.
You don't watch.
Yeah, Shroud,
watch,
insanely good at
like,
games.
Alinity.
Pretty
Yeah,
good
that's why
No one watches Alinity.
I can't watch.
Just
I don't
because,
like
like,
watching
if
Bolo
Alinity
because
was
he
a
has no
guy-
personality. But I mean, I would watch Marley because he has personality.
Yeah.
Or 6 YouTubers, by the way. But okay, my point is like 1 million subscribers on YouTube nowadays is like
It's not.
I want to say it's nothing, but
Yeah, I want to say it's
160,000
nothing
people have 1 mil.
because, like, I don't know.
But yeah, you can make good ad
It's
revenue
still
off of
a
it.
lot, but
But okay, 160,000 people have 1 million subscribers,
true?
which it's yes, it is, and
I don't think it's
16
true.
like 6.
Sorry.
It is true. It is true. Trust me, I know this, but
you
That's a
gotta
lot
think
less
of other
than I thought
countries
there.
too. So yeah, it
I do
does
have to
make
think
sense.
of other countries too. But I mean, like, I feel like we're getting to a point where social media, like, there's so many rappers. Every week gets a new rapper. I could not tell
Yeah.
you like.
Loud
I could not
rappers.
tell you more than 100.
Yeah, it's just rather not like you're lucky enough for it to blow up.
I mean,
like
you
it'll
know,
blow up
And
on
th-
other
the thing that
society.
sucks about this too is like you blow up and then people like you for a week and then they're on to the next
Yeah,
guy.
like Lil
people like you
Tecca,
for a
dude.
week.
He has no
And
good
I
songs
hate
out
that.
anymore.
I'd rather just not blow up at all.
I hate that.
Like than just blow up.
Dude, okay, here's the topic I want to bring up is like musicians. I honestly have this big vendetta against musicians because they charge you and they strike your video for playing their fucking music that they put absolutely no effort into. Like, come try to be a YouTuber for a week and like then try to strike our videos down because
It's-
like
it's mostly just their label though. It's not really their fault.
Yeah. But
yeah.
still,
Musicians.
like if I was a musician, it'd be
It's
so cool.
fucking
Just like play my
stupid.
music everywhere, man. Like you can,
Yeah.
you know?
exactly.
like you, back in the day, people wanted everyone to freaking use their music and know their music and play their music. Now it's
Yeah.
like, hey
I
man,
honestly hate
you
where
playing
the
your
internet's
video,
going
you're
to.
not being original. How about you try to be a rapper? Speaking to a microphone with loads of auto tune, it's hard. Like, what?
Another thing too is like rappers I feel like are lazy. Like a lot of rappers put out 1 album a year. Now I'm not saying that it's hard to, and I'm not saying it's easy to make an album, but like if I was a rapper I'd be putting out 3 albums a year, like definitely, because
Yeah.
like I feel like a lot of them, I mean, it does make it more special when the album actually comes out, and maybe that's the marketing strategy, but I feel like a lot of them are just lazy. Like you literally have this perfect opportunity in front of you and you won't take it. Like that just pisses me off personally, but takes anybody else's opinions on that? No.
Rappers are lazy.
I agree with you. To be
Yeah,
honest.
I guess. I guess, dude. I guess so, dude.
Yeah,
I guess so, dude.
so.
I guess so. But
yeah,
but
I get your sound.
but
I mean, yeah, kind of.
like you said, they try to make things more special in that way.
Yeah, and that's the same with like iDubbbz Content Cop or like a Colossal's Crazy Upload.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
once a
It's the
year.
same. It's the same with like YouTube type stuff. Like someone uploads like that they do once a month, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, yeah!"
Yeah, Fitz,
Yeah.
the odd
like,
ones out.
Like as opposed to PewDiePie who uploads like 4 times a day. Like,
Dude, it honestly, like, yeah, it hurts me that PewDiePie uploads all the fucking time, because if you uploaded like every like once a month, people would go
You get a lot
bonkers
more
over that,
views.
dude. It's oh
dude,
my god.
have
it's the
have you
PewDiePie
noticed that
upload.
ever since the whole T Series and PewDiePie thing, he kind of ended up at like 100 million subscribers, at like 104 million. He's gained like 1 mil since then. He's at 105 million.
Yeah.
He's like not
Yeah.
gaining any subscribers.
Because no,
It's
it
hard to
wasn't.
gain
People
after
didn't
such-
enjoy his
so
content.
kinda
People
plateaued.
there was just a subscribe to PewDiePie meme. That's why he got so popular.
Dude, he gained like,
It's like
30 million
T-Series.
subscribers in total from
I
that.
swear to God, PewDiePie has to be the luckiest man on earth. Let's be honest. Like he has to be the luckiest.
No.
I mean,
he's
luckiest
not.
man on earth. I
He
don't know about
found
that.
YouTube,
There's
like,
people.
as soon as
Grinded
it
his ass
started.
off
Yeah.
for like.
He
10
does,
years
he does,
before he
but
actually
like,
got, like,
let's be
100,000
honest,
subs.
PewDiePie doesn't deserve 105 million.
Yeah, that's true.
subscribers.
He's not. I don't even watch him.
I'll
He's
give
not
him-
that
I'll
good
give
of
him
it.
30,
That's the
20
thing.
I
That's the
think
thing.
he's
I
a
don't even
great
watch him.
YouTuber,
He's
to be
not
honest.
that funny or anything. He's all he does is react to stuff on like his little Reddit thing. Yeah, I'm still subscribed
But
to
if
him
you
just
think about
because
how long
he's
been putting
PewDiePie.
in, like, his
That's the
grind.
whole thing.
It makes no sense
been
to
doing it for,
unsubscribe
like-
from people.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it when people like unsubscribe from a channel because they don't watch it anymore. Like, it's like kind of retarded. Like, why don't you're gonna go back to the
I
channel
don't
in
want
the
it
future?
in my sub
Yeah,
box.
because you don't want it in the recommended.
I don't. Yeah, it goes out of my recommended if I just replace it with another channel.
How do you
Same.
replace it with another
Okay.
channel without unsubbing to it?
If I just if I just start watching another channel, that channel's gonna pop up in my recommended, and I'll just click on that video instead of the one that I don't want to watch. Like it's a simple fix. Like I hate when people are on Snapchat like, stop posting fireworks, stop posting this, stop posting that. Okay, just click off of it. It takes like one swipe of a finger. Stop being a baby about it. Like I hate when people are like, don't post this, no one cares. Like, yeah, you
Yeah, I
care,
don't.
so
Yeah, I
just
don't
watch
understand that.
it.
It takes more effort to make your little video on why you hate that stuff than like just swiping over a second. Like, what, dude? God
Exactly.
forbid they post fireworks on 4th of July. Like, Jesus Christ, dude, chill. Those people are so annoying.
Exactly. Oliver Pry does it all the time. All the time. Like Oliver Pry, I like him, but he's such a clout chaser. He's always on his story doing like YOLO or like giving his opinions on stuff, and his opinions are always garbage. They're always.
I'm gonna be
so
honest. When
stupid.
I was that age, I do the exact same thing.
Same.
And I know
I'm
a
the,
lot of
I'm
people
the
that
only
do
one
too.
that like
You
didn't.
grow out of it.
I'm the only
Yeah.
one that was like a actual like good 6th grader.
People are
dude.
just so heavily influenced at such young of an age.
Yeah, I mean, like, Colin, what's the worst thing you did in 7th grade?
7th? Well, in 7th, all I did was freaking mess around. And, like, yeah, no, at 7th, I was actually pretty annoying. Like, I thought, like, I could just mess with everyone. Like, yeah, that was,
Cameron, do you remember
like,
that?
I would
time
just
where
go
I
up to random
posted, like-
people and, like, throw crap at them. Like, hey, man, just a
Cameron.
prank, like those YouTubers do.
What?
Cameron, do you remember that time when I like posted that rant on Snapchat like "fuck you, Cameron, this
Yes.
bumblebee cunt"? Like,
So Eli had
so
probably
cringe.
the like sexiest beef in the world with me. It was like retarded ass shit too. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Cameron
pretty
basically
funny.
posted this picture on his story. It was him like using one of those Snapchat games, and he was like making a face at it, and I thought it was cringe. And I put it on my story, and I like roasted him, and then it started this big Snapchat war. And then I came to school next day, and me and Cameron like, oh hey buddy, how about some Fortnite?
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my god.
All right, what's everybody's top 3 or top 5 if you want to games of all time?
Games? Like video games?
Yeah.
Transformers Fall of Cybertron.
Like what do we think?
Lego Batman 2.
Okay,
All right,
like
all
what
right,
do
no,
we
no, no,
think?
no, no, no,
our-
no, no,
okay,
shut the
three.
fuck
We're
up.
gonna have to get Bo to shut the hell up for a second.
No,
right.
this is opinions, like the games that you've gotten the most.
Okay,
pleasure out
that
of.
we, yeah. Okay,
Okay, let's take turns.
Minecraft.
Okay.
there's this old car
All right,
game
let's all
called.
go one at a time. Call and go.
There's this old car game called Midnight Club. That one, cause it's like,
Midnight Club LA.
Yes, dude. Yes.
Oh my yes,
The
I would just ride
best
around.
game,
man.
dude.
That game was
The
so
best
fun.
game.
I had that on the 360.
Dude, you
I
could
was-
you
that
could
your
change
number
like
three or
the
number one,
the
or-
steering wheel, the like seats, all that stuff. You
Yeah.
can't do that in any other game now.
That game was so.
And it
fun.
was like
Yeah.
12 years ago. That's insane.
Is that your number 3 or your number 1?
Probably like number 3. Star Wars Battlefront has got to be number 1, because that just developed my liking for like shooters and like Call of
2 is
Duty, all
4.
that kind of stuff. I have probably like 1,400 hours on Battlefront.
What's 2? Fort?
Yeah, 2's got to be Fortnite.
Alright.
Fortnite is what made me want to like get a computer and actually start like doing more of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And at this day and age, I wouldn't have got a computer from it, but I'm glad I did, because
Yeah.
I have a computer. now.
Alright. Nice rankings, Pogo.
And yeah, Fortnite, I guess, pretty fire. Minecraft,
For
used
you,
to
it's
play
got to be
Minecraft,
Minecraft,
but,
dude.
like,
Y'all will listen to the
me-
card,
me
those
and
little
my
freaking
brothers-
songs like "Don't Mind
okay,
at
no,
Night."
that
Like,
was, yeah, yeah.
Like, dude.
Back, like, when I was like 7, my friend, he was a year older than me. His older brother, who was 2 years older than him, I think, he came over and he introduced us to Minecraft, and then we played it for like the next 5 years. 5 years straight just grinding. It was so fun. And then I'd play like some Lego Batman 2. Always fire, dude. Lego Batman 2 was fire. Play some for some reason I was really I loved the Transformers games on the 360.
yeah, there are always those type of games,
Yeah.
random games that you played so much as a kid, they've just kind of grown on you.
Yeah.
You know.
Play a
Yeah.
lot of college football 09. I'd always just run the mascot mashup.
Alright. So what's your rankings again?
Rankings?
Batman, Fortnite, and
Let's just
Minecraft,
do
right?
Top 3, yeah, Fortnite, Lego Batman 2, and then Minecraft. Minecraft is definitely top 1.
Yeah.
I guess.
Alright, Cameron. What's your top 3?
Let's see. So, number 1 for me is got to be Black Ops 2. It's kind of like a game I grew up playing, like on the
What
PS3.
2? Wait,
kinda-
what is it? What game?
Black Ops 2.
Oh, yeah.
Got me into video games. That's
Okay.
number 1. Number 2 is Minecraft. I used to play that on my phone all the time. Grind it out.
Yeah,
So,
everyone started out on the Pocket Edition. I remember when that was like the big thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where you connect lobbies with your friends on
Yeah.
your phones, dude. Like the move. Number 3, I think I'd have to say 2K for me, because when I was on console before I got a PC, I used to play a lot of sports games, and 2K was always like
Yeah.
a go-to. And I'm gonna do a 4. Yeah, I think the 4 would be let's see. I think I'm gonna have to go with 4 also.
Alright.
Cameron,
My turn?
I remember. Okay, yeah. Well, actually,
Go ahead, Colin.
I remember going to Cameron's house the first time I ever went. It was like right down the road from my house at that time. And it was pretty cool. They had this like cool TV in the middle spot and everything, and they started playing PUBG. And they were like, "Yeah, we're running from this zone area we're not supposed to get to." And I was like, "Well, that's like this game called Fortnite."
Oh my.
And
Yeah, so
I was trying to think of the name. Yeah, and I remember these kids from Seaside like told me to get it. I thought it was called. I forgot. I thought it was called like something stupid. But like the first time I dropped from the bus, I was like, "This is so sick, bro!" Like I didn't really understand what a battle royale was, but yeah, that's kind of interesting moment thinking back on that. Like, I thought it was so cool that you could break literally anything in the game, like that just wasn't like the ground or any of that.
And the building mechanic too.
And we didn't even really use the building mechanic back then. We built like 2 walls whenever
Yeah,
someone
you would-
sniped
you'd-
us in the
yeah.
head.
Oh,
But, like,
I took a picture of my first fort that I built in Fortnite, and I thought it was like the coolest thing ever.
I know what
I remember,
the
like,
thing
the
is. What the
move was, like,
developers
Endgame.
expect us to build was
Just
like
freaking build.
castles and stuff. And then like what people built was
Yeah.
like 1x1 360 double Tifu back ramp.
Well, now what
quads,
people do
like,
now is freaking insane.
Yeah.
Compared to what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Can I go with my?
Yeah.
Yes, you
top-
can.
Sorry.
All right, number 5. I'm gonna do 5 because I gave that option.
Cuphead.
But 5 is Mario Kart Wii. It's just a great game overall. Great soundtrack, dude. The fucking the Coconut Mall soundtrack is like one of the best songs of all time.
Yeah.
Number 4, Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3. I never played Black Ops 2, so Black Ops 3 is gonna be mine. I just grinded it all summer. I was like addicted
Of
to
like
my Prestige.
2016. That the one?
Yeah, 2016, I think. And then I played Rocket League in 2017, but sadly Rocket League's not on this list. But number 3 is Rainbow Six Siege. Played that actually the entire year of 2019. I just grinded the shit out of it. Well, until like August when I got a PC. But number 2, Fortnite. Dude, Fortnite is like the game. I was addicted to Fortnite so hard. Like literally,
God.
We were
Fortnite
all
is a
there.
game that I get the most nostalgia from. Like by far, it's not even close how much
Oh,
nostalgia I
yeah.
get from Fortnite.
I'll hear like the old like lobby music and like
Oh
my
my god!
stomach hurt, the
I'm like humming it in my
nostalgia.
head right now.
I can't do it. But no, I just remember. I remember I was grounded at the time, and season 2 just came out, and my friends were telling me at school, dude, a new map. It has this city called Tilted Towers, Snobby Shores. I snuck my PS4. I had to get a look. I was like, my mind was blown. I was like, oh shit, this is awesome. My dad pulls in the driveway. I do like the quickest maneuver I've ever done. Like, I just was so addicted to Fortnite. It was just such a great game.
I spent my life savings
But-
on skins and my mom's credit card, and then I couldn't play it anymore.
Yeah.
Number 1 is
like-
Cuphead.
Took his mom's credit card.
I had a
Cuphead
feeling that
is-
was gonna be your number 1.
Cuphead is the game that it's like in my opinion, it's like the closest thing to a perfect game. And I know most of you haven't played Cuphead or like don't like it as much as I do. But here's the thing, right? Like Death Note is my favorite anime, but I've gotten more pleasure out of watching Hunter x Hunter because it's just there's a lot more content to consume. Cuphead's like a really short game, so it's like short and sweet. It's to the point. Like you beat the game quick and you just have a great time. Like in my opinion, it's just like it's a perfect game. It's the closest thing to a perfect game in my opinion that I've played. I haven't played every fucking video game, but it's the closest thing to a perfect game in my opinion. And I would recommend that you guys try out Cuphead at least. I
Yeah,
just
you
like
talk
it.
so much of it. One day I freaking have to get it, dude.
Yeah, it's a 2D platformer, and it's like in the style of like Mickey Mouse and from the 1930s. But yeah, all right. So should we move on to movies or something like that?
We're 52 minutes in, so whatever you.
I know. I kind of want this. This is kind of like this podcast
Say
is
we
kind
ended
of.
off.
This podcast has kind of been like really in depth and like this has kind of been a chill one. No really arguments at all. And I think that like I don't know. There might be some people right now that are really into the podcast, like really like fucking really entertained, and they might just want to hear us like do one more topic. So I think we should go with movies or something like that, or shows.
All right.
I'm down for shows. To be
All right,
honest.
shows. All right, so
Like cartoons, I guess.
well, no, just shows in general. Mine are all cartoons, but shows in general.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Go, Bo. Go, Bo. Sorry.
What?
Go.
Top
Let's go.
top 3
Go,
favorite
Xavier.
Go what?
shows.
Top 5, top 3 shows. Go.
Oh, okay. SpongeBob, Adventure Time, and Regular Show.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, good.
Actually, no, hold on. I'm gonna swap Adventure Time. Oh,
I like.
yeah, I'm
Adventure
gonna
Time,
swap
but it's
Adventure
just-
Time
I
with.
don't know, man. Something about it's kind of weird.
I'm gonna swap Adventure Time with. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's a good show.
I'm gonna swap it with Blue's Clues. I'm gonna have to.
Okay. All
Do you
right.
not
So
watch
don't
TV
don't talk.
anymore? Do you not watch
Shit.
TV anymore?
Cameron's turn.
Back in the day.
At the number 1 spot, it's gonna have to be a regular show. It's like
Same for me.
Regular
It's
show.
gotta be
Regular show is a
Okay.
masterpiece.
It matured
Regular
me.
show is a
Yeah.
That show will
masterpiece.
literally mature the shit out of
Exactly,
you.
dude.
Dude,
Regular show
is
made
such
me feel like a
masterpiece.
teenager at like age 9, dude.
Number 2,
Yeah.
I'd say Adventure Time, because that's like kind of what I grew up watching with the fam. Like, I
Yeah.
remember we turned it on like Cartoon Network. It
Yeah.
was pretty. It kind of got weird though towards the end of it.
Yeah, it did get very weird.
Yeah, the inn.
Number 3, I'm gonna say Clarence.
Dude,
Clarence is always a
I
good-
remember
good
I used to
go-to.
watch Clarence and do that
Make you
stupid voice
laugh
of
out
him
They,
and all
they
that
only
stuff,
had like
dude.
one season, I think. I think they canceled it after like 1 or 2
Nah.
seasons.
Clarence, it's
Or did they
Perfect.
Yeah,
continue?
everyone hated it for some reason. It was like my favorite show.
Yeah. I liked it.
All right,
Dude,
my
I liked-
number
I
5.
liked Jeff for some reason.
My number 5 is gonna be regular show. I would put it higher.
Yeah.
I just haven't actually watched the full series. Like a lot of people are really.
There
into
there
regular
was
show.
one
I was
summer me and
more
Bo like
into,
watched the whole thing,
Yeah, we
like
watched the
from
entire
episode
thing.
1.
Yeah.
There's like 8 seasons.
I
The
like
watch
I was.
cartoons.
Yeah, I was way more into my number 1 show. Like when everybody was into regular show. So that's. I mean, I'm still a big fan of the show, but like I'm not as big as like you guys.
Yeah.
But okay. Number 4 is Rick and Morty. Just like overall, just a sci-fi comedy. I just love sci-fi comedies. That's a hint for my number 1 as well. But like, it's just a great show, and Cameron can attest to that. Like, it's
yeah.
just
I
Rick and Morty.
actually forgot about that. I'm gonna add that to my list.
Exactly.
And
forgot
before
about it,
Clarence, and then
I
put
feel like
Clarence in 4.
everybody's got to watch an episode of Rick and Morty once. in a
Rick and
while.
Morty is
Yeah.
just like all around.
In my
good,
opinion,
like-
Rick and Morty is better than Family Guy, better than
I
American Dad.
don't really
better than
watch
all
that much
shit.
TV. I just don't. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I just I
I
need
don't
to.
think anybody does anymore. Oh,
Yeah.
I do.
actually,
I
I've been
watch a ton
watching.
of it.
I've been watching Family Guy and Hulu.
Yeah, I
for
watch a lot of
breakfast.
Family Guy, but that's just kind of
Grab like,
you know.
grab a.
I don't watch
yeah.
any like plot twisting like crazy shows
Yeah.
that like take the brain out of
Alright.
you.
Number 3 for me is gonna be Hunter x Hunter. I know Cameron's the only one that's watched it.
Not a
It's just,
surprise.
it's so fucking, it's so
Yeah, it's
good,
good.
Bro. You need to watch it. You need to
I
watch
didn't want to include
Konnichiwa.
anime, but
Some of the
it'd definitely
some
be
of
in
the
there.
stuff in anime, yeah, the plots might be great, but some of it, like all the voice acting and like animations, is just like straight up cringy to me, dude. Like
You
just have to-
shouldn't.
I cannot
You
watch
don't
it.
need to watch the fucking. Okay, here's the thing. If you kind of like accept the fact that it's gonna be cringy, and you're like,
I felt the
okay,
exact
I know this
same
I
is
see what you
cringy,
mean.
watched it.
I see what you mean.
Then you can really enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's my point. And okay, also you don't have to listen to it in Japanese where they're like,
Yeah, I wouldn't
like
do
you
that
can
anyways.
listen to it in English and fucking and like it's pretty enjoyable. But that brings us to the number 2, which is Death Note, the anime.
I saw like
Death
a
Note
couple
and
of
Cuphead-
those of the
Death
Death
Note's
Note.
Death
episodes.
Note, Death Note and Cuphead are like the exact same thing, like video games and TV show wise. I would analogize them because Death Note is short and sweet and to the point, and it's just like a load
That
of
is true.
fun
I
to
watched like the
watch.
first 2 episodes and I pretty much immediately knew the
Oh.
plot.
Eli, have you seen
Yeah.
Parasite yet?
Parasite. No, I don't
You need
watch
to
anime
watch
besides Yu Yu Hakusho anymore.
You
I'm
need to
getting
watch
done with it. I'm
Parasite.
done. I'll consider watching
Just like
Parasite.
do me a
I'm
favor.
just kind
You'll
of done
love
with
it.
anime right
It's
now.
like straight to the point, just like what's it called? Death Note.
Oh really?
It's great.
I'm gonna have to
yeah,
check
it's
that
so
out.
good.
And then my
It's on
number one.
Netflix.
My number 1 is Futurama, which is Futurama. I
Isn't
just
it
watched
from the same
ages.
creators as Rick and Morty?
This no, it's
No,
from the
I
same
think it's
creators as The
Simpsons.
Simpsons
Oh,
and the
that's
show
right,
Disenchantment
Simpsons. Yeah,
on
my bad,
Netflix. Yeah, Matt Groening is just like a creative fucking genius. But Futurama
He
is
really
just
is.
it's a sci-fi comedy, which is like my favorite genre by far. Like by default, Rick and Morty and Futurama are like 2 peas in a pod. But Futurama. Honestly, overall, I think that Death Note, Hunter x Hunter, and Rick and Morty, and several other shows are probably overall better shows than Futurama. But Futurama is like it has that certain attachment to me.
To you,
Like,
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
I had that
I
feeling
watched
for
it from
bands.
ages 9
like,
to
I've said
13.
the same kind of thing. Like, yeah, these bands are better, but I just like this one more. Like,
Exactly. Like I've watched the entire series like 8 times. It's just so nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
It's like such a great show. Like I don't know. Like it's just like like you have that certain hold on it. It's just like your show. Like it's special to you.
Yeah.
Is like the point. But I wanted to try to make this like an hour flat, like an actual fucking hour on the dot. But I mean, 1 more minute, boys. Let's just chant something for a minute or something.
monkey,
Dun, 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 dun. Let's make music like we all do it.
Yeah.
Congrats on making it to the last part of the podcast. If you're here, you're a true friend.
Oh, okay, this is boys, that's gonna be into the second episode, or the number 1 episode of the DankCast. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys next week.
Yes, sir.